Hello dear ones, here I am again, a bit calmer. I've taken down my video I did yesterday about my abundance. It, I had to do it. I had to do it, and I know I was in slight hysteria. I have never felt so much difficult energy all in one go. There were two or three things going on at the same time, and I completely lost it. I thought I've got to do the video just to share it with somebody because I was afraid. Actually, I was a bit afraid I wasn't going to cope with it. It was just overwhelming, and I still don't know what it was. I got an idea, but I still don't know. So I did the video really. I was a little bit apprehensive. I thought, should I do it or not? It's very negative. It's not like me on screen. It's like me here sometimes. Is it wise? Am I going to put out a very negative energy? Am I going to, I went through all these things, and I thought, no, I've got to do it for lots of reasons, not only for my own benefit, just to talk about feelings that I find very hard to do, and I just felt I wanted to share them with the world. I don't know any of you, so it felt kind of safe in that way. I wasn't going to be judged or criticised. I didn't think anyway. So it felt safe. But also on a second count, I thought, well, why shouldn't I? Why is the world and the internet particularly got to be happy clappy all the time? That isn't how we are. Especially these times of ascension. I read so many things about ascension, and it's quite allowable to be depressed and unhappy, da 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 da. And I think, no, I felt it would, well, not fed up. It's just I'm not acknowledging the other side of me. And I think the endings talk about this as a black wolf and a white wolf, and we have to accept the black wolf. It's part of our process. It's no good denying it and smiling through it and pretending we're all right, because sometimes we're not. And I wanted to get that message across too, I think, to people that it's okay to be hysterical and angry and all the emotional stuff that I was feeling yesterday. It was really appalling, actually. Now I've come out of it. I know I haven't worked hard at it. I just went to bed and I slept well last night, fortunately. And this morning I woke up and I thought, I just talked to God about it, And I'm thinking, God doesn't mind. Why are we so, well, why am I so, and so I suppose we as well are concerned about this perfect spiritual person that's love and light, And I thought, who's going to worry? Who's going to judge me? I don't know. I don't know. It was a difficult thing to go through, actually, but not because of my negative feelings, but because of the outcome and the repercussions from it all, Because I know my mum would have said to me, "Oh, no, 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 be happy for me," and all this stuff. And when my dad died, well, just my husband's just died, lack of compassion. It is compassion that we need when we're going through a difficult time. And I thought, well God doesn't mind. I do talk to God a lot, obviously. And the thought came to me. I don't know whether it was God or one of my guides. I don't know. The very very healing thought. Well, you've built your house upon a rock. Now I don't suppose not all of you will know what that means, but apparently Eckhart Tolle said the same thing the other day when he was giving one of his little talks. He's lovely, isn't he? And it's from Matthew, in the Bible, Matthew chapter 7, verse 24. And Jesus talked about building, the wise man who built his house upon a rock. And so when the storms came and the wind came and the lashing and he was safe. He had a good foundation. He was on the rock. And the foolish man that built his house on the sand, of course, it soon disintegrated and he died. So thought came to me, and I thought that was very, very sweet. And it's true. I suddenly felt confident that I would cope with this because I had built my house upon a rock many years. You know how old I am, getting on. And I spent a lot of time on faith, and it is faith, and God doesn't mind. God doesn't mind. God understands perfectly what we're going through and has made allowances. He's compassionate, loving and kind. And this is what has brought me to do this video, really, because I feel quite upset that when I checked the comments, I had a lovely, kind, caring comment from a viewer who sometimes writes to me. It was really sweet. I appreciated it. And today I went back to check it again. I replied to it, and the whole thing's been taken down. Not the video, but all the comments have gone. And I thought, oh, now what's happened? I mean, you can delete your own comments, obviously, but this was mine and hers, and it was just a blank page. Nothing in view, nothing here, you know. I thought, so I asked, I think it was Maraji, my master, I asked, threw the thought out what's happened, and the thought came back to me, it's been removed. YouTube are actually very protective. I will say this for them, they are very protective, and I think that somebody had written something quite nasty. I do get some nasty comments, obviously, from time to time. Some are very hurtful, because you do your best, don't you? But this was, I think, something quite nasty, and they took it down. So I was being protected, and I'm truly grateful for that. I'm not going to pursue it. So I thought, yeah, somebody out there has judged me. It's probably somebody, one of these holy people, these holier than thou people. I won't say, won't give a sect, but I know there are people out there that do that. And I thought, they don't know God. If they're criticising and judging somebody who's in pain, they don't know God. They're not in touch with the divine. They're not in touch with anything perfect. They're just judging from their minds, from their heads, and it's a belief system, and it's totally unfair and cruel and unkind. Because I was in a state, and I didn't need somebody judging me. Okay, I know all the I know, but and I think that's what happened. It may not have been, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Somebody sent a very nasty comment and YouTube removed it for me. So I suppose the message is here. I did the video for several reasons, and it's paid off in a way because it's brought the nastiness out of somebody, and obviously I'm being looked after by YouTube. It also brought a very nice comment out from somebody else who was very understanding, and it's also taught me a lot. I'm not sure I'd do it again. I think I might sort of sit quietly for a little bit and think about it first, but I think it has served a purpose. So I'm just passing that on. You know, when somebody is unhappy and in a state and goes through a trauma, no matter who it is or what class system or what what culture, they don't need someone to tell them what to do or how to be, or to complain and do this and do that, and just be compassionate. You know, and I've understood a lot. I think the Indians say, until you've walked in another man's shoe, you don't know what's about. And that's true. You have to walk. I think this has taught me a great deal. Maybe I judge. I don't know. But I think you can learn a lot by somebody else being in pain and standing back and just knowing at some level it's okay. It really is okay to feel unhappy, to feel angry. I mean, there are things obviously I don't know whether they're not okay or not. We don't know the karma of anybody, do we? We don't know the full story. So I think that's as well, to hear that as well. But I do know from my own personal experience that God doesn't mind. I think it's the poem when a person says that they're walking these two sets of footprints with God beside them, and then suddenly one set of footprints disappears, and they ask why, and God says, because my child, I am carrying you. Isn't that lovely? So anyway, happy holidays. I won't go into the rest of it, but honestly, I've survived it, and I live to tell the tale, so that's the main thing. So here we go. Thank you so much for bearing with me and listening. I'm sure a lot of you, I don't know what you think, but anyway, there we go. Take care, darlings. Bye bye.